This is the story of a man who gave everything away, only to find himself with nothing when he needed help the most. It's a compelling tale about wealth, the true nature of friendship, and what really matters when you've hit rock bottom. Stick around, because this story might just change the way you think about generosity forever. The full story, the generous merchant, and the true cost of friendship. Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with merchants and traders, there lived a kind-hearted man named Elias. Elias had built a successful business through years of hard work, smart decisions, and a little luck. He owned a large shop filled with fine silks, spices, and jewels from distant lands. His home was grand, his table always full, and his purse always open. Elias believed that true wealth wasn't in hoarding gold, but in sharing it. What good is money if it doesn't bring joy to others? He would say his friends, dozens of them, flocked to his home. He hosted lavish parties, lent money without question, paid for weddings and funerals, and helped anyone who asked. If a friend fell on hard times, Elias was there with a loan or a gift. If someone dreamed of starting a business, Elias invested without expecting much in return. Life is too short to be selfish, Elias told himself. Friends are the real treasure. Years passed, and Elias's generosity became legendary. People called him the most giving man in the city. His friends praised him endlessly. Elias, you're like a brother to me. No one is as kind as you. They celebrated with him, borrowed from him, and relied on him. Elias felt fulfilled, surrounded by laughter, gratitude, and loyalty. But slowly, without Elias noticing, his coffers began to empty. Business slowed, debts from unpaid loans piled up. He sold pieces of his shop to cover expenses. He dipped into savings to keep the parties going, to help one more friend in need. They would do the same for me, he thought. One fateful year, a great storm hit the city. Trade routes flooded, shipments were lost, and Elias's business crumbled overnight. He lost everything: his shop, his home, his savings. For the first time in his life, Elias was broke. He had nothing left but the clothes on his back and a small rented room on the outskirts of town. Desperate and humbled, Elias turned to his friends, the ones he had supported for decades. He visited the first, a man whose wedding Elias had fully paid for. "Old friend," Elias said, "I've fallen on hard times. Could you spare a little to help me get back on my feet?" The man shifted uncomfortably. "Elias, times are tough for everyone. I have my own family to think of now. I'm sorry." Elias tried another, a merchant. He had lent thousands to start his own shop. "Brother, you know I'd do anything for you," the man said, "but business is slow. Come back another time." One by one, Elias approached them all. Some avoided him, others made excuses, a few even pretended not to recognize him in the street. The people who had feasted at his table, borrowed his money, and called him family, vanished like smoke. Alone in his tiny room, Elias sat in silence, heartbroken. "I gave them everything," he whispered, "and now, when I need them, there's no one." But rock bottom has a way of teaching the hardest lessons. As months passed, Elias took small jobs, cleaning, carrying loads, anything honest. He met new people, humble workers, quiet families, strangers who shared a meal without expecting anything in return. Slowly, he rebuilt not a grand empire, but a simple, steady life. One day, a young man approached him. "Sir, I've heard stories of a generous merchant who lost everything. Was that you?" Elias nodded. "And what did you learn?" the young man asked. Elias smiled faintly. "I learned that generosity is a beautiful thing, but it must have boundaries. Give freely, but wisely. True friends don't flock to your wealth. They stand by you in your poverty and real richness. It's not in what you own, but in who you are when you have nothing left." From that day on, Elias helped others again, but with open eyes. He gave what he could afford, lent with clear terms, and cherished the few who proved loyal through thick and thin. He never became wealthy again, but he lived with peace, wisdom, and a heart full of genuine connections. The lesson this timeless tale reminds us: kindness is powerful, but unchecked generosity can leave you empty. True friends are revealed, not in good times, but in bad. Give to lift others up, but never forget to protect yourself. Balance your heart with wisdom, and you'll find that real wealth comes from relationships built on mutual respect, not one-sided giving. What do you think? Has generosity ever backfired for you, or shown you who your real friends are? Thanks for watching this thought-provoking story. If it made you reflect, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that challenge how we live. See you in the next one.